rid of the tea things out of there. I can get up and get the other ones later, but I'm a little parched right now. Oh. Canaru. This world be without you. The world would be fine. My characters would be unenchanted. What is my purpose? You enchant my gear. Oh my god. Send everything off into the distance if bears are not going to hold aggro off of me. Fine. Prison soul. What? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that is what I wanted. I'm trying to collect souls here for the soul prism thing, and I keep forgetting. I'll do it outside the Tramaculum. Tramaculum is a little weird place to do it. There's a lot of people in here doing it right now because it's in the morning on a Saturday. And everybody is waking up in North America and they're like, I guess it's time to play WoW.
The power of veterans and army will unite it, even the most dreaded of the chasers beasts all with you.
I just had no idea it would be so large. I can't tell what, like, look, now it's easier to hit if that's like the silver lining she's wanting, or like she just feels like she needs to bring some level of positivity to it. Like this, there's a silver lining. See, good and bad. The problem is it's Lady Moonberry who's doing it. Wow, Matt, you're here early. You usually don't show up till the random end. Oh, fucking Earth Elementals aggro like all the fucking bats at this area. Earthquake! So we're just gonna start chain lightning. I felt so happy because one of those quests from Korthia got me a hammer. And I was like, yay, a hammer! And I walked in and I spent all my fucking researches to get it boosted all the way up to eye level 220, and I damn enchanted the damn thing and I put it on. I was just like, fuck, agility!
Sucks.
Noru. Non-brand for him. To win an hour. Just one of those things that is very odd. Not that you didn't think of it, but there's a lot of people that it doesn't dawn on them that way, is they go the other direction so far with time changes, they reverse time change and don't just say, I need to leave in about an hour. Because it's like, and it just brings up the idea of like, you know, in 60 or in an hour in Africa, 60 minutes passes. Or something. There's like a joke about that.
Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes.
Something like that. And it sounds so. Enjoy and stay healthy. Hang on. Characters losing health because I alt-tabbed and didn't realize I aggroed me. Gracefully, 62, I'm glad to be back on the ice here for about 6 days a week. Keeps me in a good place. Yeah. It feels like ice hockey might be one of those sports, you know, that you can actually play pretty late into your years, weirdly. I understand that possibly at, like, you know, here, you know, maybe not so much the NFL, but definitely in Europe, you could probably be a much more stand-in-place player, like a goalie in ice hockey, or like a kicker or a punter in American football. But it feels like football people run out a little bit earlier in life, even in the regular recreational leagues. Yeah, it's Blizzard, can we please put down the tremor totem while we're feared? Please, Kay, thanks, bye. Like, there are a lot of things that have a very instant cast. Hi, I'm the same guy. As what? You're the same guy. As who? Need a helping hand. Seriously envious of what you've done in middle-aged? I wouldn't consider it middle-aged, but I guess it is. I mean, to me, middle-aged is like upper 40s and into your 50s. Late at Logan. I think I brought this up previously on a video where it's frustrating that people change their name and their profile picture and then have a pretty generic name in and of themselves. I'm like, do you remember me? You remember me? I'm like, I know. Y'all keep changing. It's like, Logan, I know of 3 Logans on Instagram. They're all in the States. And I remember a Logan in this chat. I don't understand the changing of the profile so regularly. Like, I had people do it on Twitter a lot. They'd like every week rebrand their thing. And I'm like, at least in high school, when a girl changed her hair color because she had one too many energy drinks that night, the face still looked the same. Yeah, it looks like you miss a lot when you're like, well, currently I'm playing WoW. So Aaron was looking over at me funny because he hasn't really overtly heard my watch have an absolute attack. That's what that was. Or whatever it does. I don't know what the thing is. Looking for 78XX. See, that's a little bit more, that makes a little bit more sense. Now I remember more who you are. But when it comes down to Logan, especially with like TikTok, you have no idea how common the name Logan is. You may not know any Logans yourself, but I know I've seen so many Logans. Like in the last year, it's been like crazy popular in the last, I don't know, it's crazy. Jailer's effort subdued 60%. I bet I could probably go over and get some rares. Corthia. You're obsessed with cats. Well, I guarantee you I've been on the internet long enough. I am confident in saying, but still willing to accept being proven wrong, that there is no social media platform on the internet that does not have a whole section devoted to cats.
That's absolutely true.
I would, as much as this, you know, your TikTok can't take down my YouTube stream for, you know, things violation. I am pretty sure there is an OnlyFans that has nothing to do with sexy times, but is all about just posting videos of like kitty cats sleeping and purring with soft music in the background. And people literally will pay monthly fees just to listen to, you know, kitty cats purr and all that jazz. Just, you know, people assumed OnlyFans with sex because that's where it took off, but yeah, see a lock screen with like cats on it. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, to be fair, there's a little bit more of an adult joke there, but we're not going into that one right now. I'm obsessed with cats. Oh, I bet you are. I'm obsessed with roosters. Or something like that. To be fair, I was born in the year of the rooster. If Chinese zodiac means anything to you. What's actually really funny is if you actually read the year of the rooster, you kind of, it's one of those I don't try to give credence, but the one thing I would give a bit more credence for in zodiac would be the Chinese one and not the monthly one. But yeah, even you look up year of the rooster. What's even a bit more tongue-in-cheek hilarious is the fact that they have elements tied with their stuff, and mine is metal. I'm not joking.
To which I did this.
Oh, I was thinking more of like, you know, dildo.
Oh,
A metal cock.
yeah.
Sort of like how many people saw a rocket ship with Jeff Bezos? Yeah. A mummified cat at an Egyptian exhibit last weekend. Very cool. I bet there's cat paintings at the Rijksmuseum.
There probably are.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised. So you're obsessed with cats. Right next to my therapist is actually a museum called the Katzenkabinet. It is adorable. Katzenkabinet. That's basically Dutch for it's the cat's cabinet. It is virtual tour. Experience the cat cabinet back. Oh, whatever. If there's artwork involving a cat, it's there. They've got statues of cats. It sounds like the greatest place that you go. Yeah, rocket ship. Here, just so you can look through their site, I'll put it in. It's kattenkabinet.nl because that's just the Netherlands top level domain. And you can go to that website. Just put the, I don't know how links handle in this, so I spent the dot differently. But yeah, just go to that website and you can see all the wonderful things. Get a virtual tour. There's everything in that is cats. What's actually funny is the only real reason I know about it is because there's so many, and that's the one thing people don't really understand is that there are things here in the Netherlands called stichtings, and they're basically like foundations. But they're not quite foundations. Because like a club, like a sports club, and a stichting in the United States would all be considered like a 501(c)(3). For the older folks, that makes sense. But like, you can have it's a foundation. Is a legal entity established under Dutch law. The purpose of the foundation outlined below can be widely worded or narrowly defined. So like that entire museum can be all about showing off cats. And it can be all the artworks from cats, and they get artwork, and they just have a little tiny museum that's about the size of 2 apartments, which is very small, all about cats. Rooms devoted to Afghan cats, to Persians, to short hairs, to all that stuff. And all their proceeds would go towards rescuing street cats or something like that. Like that's a stick thing of sorts, and it's weird. A Stichting is unique among legal entities. It does not have to have an owner or no shareholders. It is often referred to as an orphan entity. The only governing body prescribed by law is its board. There's so many like stichtings around Amsterdam that have like a weird name for it, and they're fun. I've never been inside any of them, but your favorite destination in the world? I don't know. I haven't been to a lot of places, but so far, honestly, I really didn't mind Mykonos, despite my shirt. Oh, that's Olympia. I have Olympia and a Mykonos, but it was actually like very pleasant in Mykonos, despite the fucking wind.
It was very windy.
It was very windy, but like the tiny little streets, and you can just sort of climb up on everything. But you know, there was so much more of the island. All we saw was just the little city. But then again, I haven't been many places. Like I haven't been effectively around Frankfurt or Dusseldorf, because like Aaron and I went to Dusseldorf, Hauptbahnhof, and then we found a train to get out to a small, to go down like a couple of stops on a stop train to get out to the Dusseldorf Panthers arena, and then we were there, and then beat feet our way back home because it was like a 2.5-hour train ride just to get to Dusseldorf. So we didn't get to see it much, but we did make sure to have a pretzel, a German pretzel from a German train station. It was their version of kiosk, but you know, whatever, it helps. But yeah, Captain Cabinet is basically a cat artwork museum. I would not be surprised if they have cats indoors. We've got a couple grocery stores with cats living in them, so
Yeah.
yeah, I know. There's actually one from our old place. We used to walk to a pizza place because it was only like 6 blocks kind of lost track because I can't see blocks anymore.
Yeah.
But we'd pass by a supermarket called Ikidos, and during the summer, sometimes the cat would be outside wandering around the front door, but during the winter, it'd be like inside sleeping on the counter. I'm like, well, that's good. It's like -2 right now. Yeah, I don't know where in the States you live, Logan, but I will say this much. There's a lot more pets wandering around here
Yeah.
in Amsterdam. I haven't really been out to the dorps. What was that? Crow just got into rescue 200 souls from the maw. Wow.
Oh my God. Noru.
Derp, derp, derp. Why'd you give the cancer logo? By the way, I'm not going to talk to you in cat. I know you like cats, but my sister did enough of that to me like 30 years ago. I'm so done with it. Oh, well, like I said, with the Greek zodiac, I don't really trust the Greek zodiac that much. It's their personality traits are very bland. If I were to give any zodiac credit, it would be much more towards the Chinese one. Plus, the basis has like not really any physical idea, but then again, even in Chinese astrology, there's no real basis behind that either. At least they don't try to say that it's an alignment of the stars. It's just this year and this year, and that could just be, you know, recognizing human behavior comes in cycles. Live in Oregon. Nice. Yeah, that's like I said. We lived in Portland. There wasn't many. Well, at our apartment complex there was, but then again, it was kind of a white, rich white neighborhood. When it was an apartment building, a lot of old people that just sort of said, "Oh yeah." I mean, most people had to pay to have cats or pets, so they didn't bother with it because you know America's overall broke. So if they do have pets, they're most likely under the nose of the landlord. Logan, Oregon, right. Duh. Why did I think it was not Pleasant Hill High School, Logan? Cats live a long time, so I completely understand that. Okay. 63% of jailers efforts. Could I do the well? I mean, yes, it's Kenora stuff. I just want to get Italian, even though we don't have bread stuff, because we don't get from that one place anymore that used to actually serve decent bread. Now we just get this one that gives us shitty little bread. I forgot to think about dinner.
Come to trade or to waste your breath.
I'm going to 3rd grade this year, 2 weeks or something. Well, yeah, it would be after blink, 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 blink. It would be after Labor Day. That's when Oregon goes back to school. pretty regularly. Is that in 2 weeks or is that next Monday? Not next Monday, but calendar. So Labor Day would be the 6th, so you'd go back to school on the 7th. Yep. Yeah. USA summer break lasts so long, it seems. It never ends. The kids are already back in school here. I'm gonna really tell the college kids we're back in session because on Wednesday they were out touring the skate park. Like, oh my god, we go to school next to this thing.
It's gonna be awesome, bro.
Well, someone at practice said, well, they probably might even be in their second year, but never actually attended classes last year. And I was like, oh. I was like, that's true. Because that thing opened in the summer.
Yeah.
And we were, by the time the school has started back, a lot of people were probably still going back to online classes. And if you don't have to go, don't go. I want to go to school, but I want to go to school because I get to see friends and I get to play flag football. You're going to have to pick one. And I know that sounds weird, but as an adult life advice, don't hold differing opinions like that.
1930.
Just, oh, yeah, sure. Are you getting, I'm reminding you about the bread because I know it's strange to request that, so.
Fine.
Okay, because I guess I missed the fact that we don't get any like garlic bread with that stuff.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't remember which place we're ordering from or to or doing, so it just gets frustrating that I don't know what place we're ordering from anymore. Because it seemed, I thought we whole ass said that place was terrible, so we never would order from them again.
No.
That's why I threw out the 3 menus, because we ordered from them once and we were like, no. Ugh. So
No, they're the one that has the tinfoil top.
yeah, okay. All right. Because I remember that the tinfoil top one that came in like this suction wrap thing didn't have bread or something like that. There were so many places that we were ordering from because we were trying to find one that didn't come an hour late. And I was losing track, and I think I eventually just gave up on trying to figure out which one for which because it kept changing. I really do miss the bread, and it frustrates me every time. So. What's up, Denise? Anyways, Logan, as I was saying, don't hold differing opinions of like hating something, but also wanting to do it at the exact same time. That's actually very unhealthy because it's very unhealthy. Not much. I'm just doing a little bit of stuff on WoW and trying to get to a world boss while I'm on my bad character. Talking with people. Logan, I'm going to show that because I understand that there's nothing wrong with it, but you just spammed the alphabet. That was one of those things that came across as, hey, would you like to show this or not? It might be bad.
Maybe I'm not sure to see if they have anything like how it runs.
Yeah, yeah, they do. It's the focaccia. How are you guys engaged as a world boss? But that's the thing. Are you trying? Why do you guys do this? Okay, like I said, I see nothing wrong with it, but it still wants me to. I work for another hour, so I just talked about to say hi. I'll be streaming until 3 for another 2.5 hours. So yeah. What? Guys, what? Yeah, fine. I will auto accept. Dumbasses. But yeah, like I understand they're like, but every time I see that little like, would you like to show or hide this thing? I'm just like, oh my god. I understand that YouTube's comment thing is a little bit like, whoa, careful, but what? Sometimes it feels like people might be testing it. I just want to get to a group. That one. Sign up. I mean, what is happening? I'm playing WoW right now, so that's what you're hearing is like game noises. Unless for some reason you're wondering about who's typing the alphabet for you. And all I can do is be like, yay, you know your alphabet. Congratulations, you can graduate high school in America. Because you're already an overachiever. It's a keyboard. I'm spamming buttons because like 1 is lava burst, 2 is lightning bolt, 3 is flame shock, and I have to tab target. So I'm hitting tab a lot and trying to cast my spell so I can get this stuff killed for this world boss. Yes, I play football. Yes, I play internet games. I'm multi-talented. So you said the alphabet for fun because you got bored. Okay, that's cool. Be right back. I'm going to get some more pancakes. Okay, that's fun. Wish you guys have good pancakes there. Not to mention W, A, S, D, Q, and E are my movement keys. So my left hand is very busy jumping around on 1, 2, 3, 4 tab and then 6 letter keys just to move and make sure that I'm not dying. Ugh. Your mom's asleep. Do you not know how to make pancakes by yourself? Or you're not good enough at the microwave or the toaster or something. And leaf party. So, Jelly Duck, I was missing a lot of your conversation because I was watching your live stream while I was riding a bus. And it was lagging a lot. So, you said you were not vaccinated, and I was trying to figure out why. And I asked if you were not old enough, and you said, "Oh no, I'm old enough." But then, like, you gave off the general impression that you were like anti-vax or something. I couldn't figure out what was going on because I had a lot of bus noise and stuff. Oh, you don't know how long making pancakes will take. Okay. That makes sense. The reincarnation cycle. Well, that's fun. I got Carl has like no health. 1780. And not to mention, Logan, that whenever I need to look over and look at the chat, you hear that, which is alt tab to get back to WoW because they're not, the chat is not on the screen. So like I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if I needed chain lightning. Tab to get between targets, and then Q, W, E, A, S, D just to get movement, and that was just on a boss fight. So, fun times. I won't allowed to go shopping malls because I'm not vaccinated if they were proof. Okay, so my question was not whether or not you can go places because of being vaccinated. Are you not allowed to get vaccinated yet? Like, it's not about whether or not you can go somewhere. I'm wondering why you are not. Is it an age problem? Because I know that we were going by ages around here, and that's why it took me until late June. because I wasn't old enough. Oh boy, the king of making me approve comments is here. Want do you play? Currently playing World of Warcraft. Currently playing World of Warcraft. I'm going to practice American football tomorrow. Our games are October 3rd. That's the first one. Okay. Because I'm currently dealing with a lot of United States news about anti-vaxxers and like hospital stuff overloading. So hearing people joke about, oh, I guess I just won't take the vaccine. I'm like, that's not something to be joking around about right now. Oh no, I was just being sarcastic. Like I've literally just blocked people on TikTok because I can't fucking handle them constantly being sarcastic about whether or not to take the vaccine or not. I'm just like, it's just the worst. Gonna disenchant that. Where'd you come from? Harvester's Wart. Ooh. Oh, that's from doing the thing. Okay, I should probably head home and do that. Summon Steward! Come here, Pico. Well, shit. Pico, play me a song. Zachary comes in, says hi. Pico and Popo. Pico and Popo. Popo, Popo, Pico, Popo. Pico, Popo. Again, Swolken. It's Swolkens. Swolkens. Yeah, I am. Husband's downstairs getting bread for dinner because he ordered I just want garlic butter basically, but the freaking focaccias work just fine. It's really funny when people watch that away uniform suit up and they see the poster in the background. I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, you know what? It's an Easter egg. If you're smart enough to have seen it, then cool. You can find other Easter eggs and stuff. When I did stream, they were talking about if I'm in a coffee shop or not. So glad you made those two different words. I don't know if you've been to Amsterdam, but coffee shop is different than a coffee shop. Yeah, I'm a middle linebacker. The middle linebacker for the Elvis Americans. I just don't want to say that in my videos because it sounds super pretentious. Did you get focaccia or Krautenbutter brot? Okay, because I got them both down there. The focaccias are in a weird place, but they're there. Oh, so you picked up the big long loaf of semi-sliced bread that's filled with garlic?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Oh, it's a double pack. No, I don't play in the NFL. I play in the Netherlands. Yes, I know what the, oh, you're showing your camera. Okay. I play in the Netherlands. Called AFBN. Don't sneeze. That's why it's in the process of going to Well, that's why it's in the process of getting darker outside. Womp. At a coffee shop in Kuwait. Now, is that I don't think
It was probably a coffee shop,
like that sells coffee, not a
not a cafe.
coffee shop. I don't know the legality of that stuff around other countries. I mean, I know that everyone's like, oh, let's go to Amsterdam and get stoned. I'm like, yeah, but what's it like everywhere else?
Generally illegal but available.
Generally illegal but available. Yeah. Eight years. Okay. 2014 season. I didn't technically make the team, but I went to all the practices. So that's a thing. So that's technically one, even though I wasn't on the playing roster that year. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 7 years. But like I said, 8, because when you do all the practices, it kind of counts. I mean, you still get that accruing level of experience. So even though we didn't have much of a season in 2020 and most of this year even, so, but we still had a lot of practices, so. Where's Elemental? Get out here. In that time, I've had a lot of chances to play multiple positions. I've been a corner, I've been a receiver, I've been offensive line, I was a long snapper. Outside linebacker, inside linebacker. There was technically one play where I was a nose tackle, but I didn't even know how to get down on all fours for that play. So, and it was like the last play of the game. It doesn't count. Never been a quarterback. No. Oh, yes. No, I've actually been an official wide receiver in a game. I forgot about that one. Aaron was in Turkey at the time, and I was in Seattle. We had so few people that our quarterback got kicked out of the game for talking smack to the ref, and so they put me in at effectively the nickel back, which is just, like weak side safety to an extent. And then they wanted to run a trick play. And I'm like, on offense, like, yeah, we need you. I'm like, I can't catch it. Like, that's why it's a trick play. I'm like, okay. They're like, we are not winning this game at 55-0. So we're just messing around now. I'm like, this is true. 2 years. Yeah, I guarantee you that you're getting a better football education than I have, because when I started, we were only having practice like once a week. Here I have it at twice a week, and I'm like, amazing. But in high school and like youth, you might have it anywhere between 2 to 5 times a week. And yeah. That rift-bound chest. The hell? Can I learn to design? I got a design out of that? It's okay. Yeah. Just have fun where you're at. The design go? Your bag's making no sense, Canora. You have a jewel crafting bag? No. Shaded stone statue. Place the stone statue on the ground before you. It will heal you for a short time before its power fades. Okay, well, I learned something. Yeah, we're having dinner delivered. Have some stuff. Zachary, if you're still here, who are you taking pictures of? Putting on Facebook? Is that like a relative of yours, or? I don't want to judge, but consumption almost stacked. Sounds so bad. Right. Play on Monday to Friday. Yeah. So your practice, you practice way more often than I do. But to be fair, you know, I do have the people I've been playing around are also equally or more experienced. To be fair, some of them are not that experienced. We've got one guy who I think may have tried rugby before, but has never played American football, and he's like, he is the epitome of if Aaron tried to start playing football. Like, he's really into playing, he's really got it, but there's just something about the physical coordination that's not quite working, and it's true. And I keep telling him, and I tell other people, there's stuff about this sport that your body does that's not very natural in a Kurt fashion. Swarm portals opening up. Yeah, we don't. School sports aren't a thing here in the Netherlands, and yeah. People ask on my videos, do you play for college or high school? I'm like, neither. They're like, oh, so the NFL. I'm like, no. I mean, it's the top level of the Netherlands, but you know. So yeah, I mean, it kind of is the NFL for the Netherlands because, you know, we win this league, we win this season, we get all the way to the playoffs, and we win the Tulip Bowl, we are national champions. So I guess. Corthian armaments. Razor wing scale greaves. Sharded. Oh look,
You sharded your pants?
I sharded my pants. Hi, Michael Bradshaw. I was playing WoW, so I didn't have the. I wasn't looking necessarily at the screen. But yeah, no, I see you. Cat's not flying by that fast. Do-dum, do-dum. Many rags. Hundred trails. Yeah, I'm still playing. We have a game coming up October 3rd, and that's when things will start kicking off, game day vlogs and all that jazz. Right now, it's just practices twice a week. Okay. I was running around doing rares enough to get my thing towards the thing. I was like, that was the corpse heap was the last one I needed. So much Maw training. I was running back to Corthia rather than mounting back to Corthia. How long is it going to take for me to realize I can mount the Maw? Long time. Apparently, long time. I'm a dummy.
A true scholar studies all. The archive is in your desk, long after another collection. There's no work I can do without your help.
However, because this box may give me actual like fun times, the Death's Advanced War Chest, I am actually not going to open it yet because it might give me a repeat of some of the conduits that I have already on me that I haven't utilized yet. Yeah. Keropi? No.
Yeah. Cut a rope.
Huh?
Cut the rope.
Sure, I guess. Keropi is that little frog thing. Yeah, this is when I think Keropi, this is what I think of.
Probably modeled after it.
Yeah. One of those that's not necessarily a can't really they probably, you know, how much can you copyright of that?
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe they just license it for the hell of it. Okay, back to the chat. Yeah. That's totally fine. I'm just playing WoW, waiting for dinner, checking back every once in a while when people chat, answer the questions, talk about topics that they bring up. But sometimes if I don't have any game playing, I just sit here doing nothing. And when people randomly join the chat and I'm not doing anything, not talking to myself, then but at least here I can keep myself busy and BS to the game.
Everything.
My Primus.
When did I start playing football? In 2014. When did I start playing WoW? Way before that. When did I start playing WoW today? About 5:10. About a little under an hour before I started the stream.
He's coming. Prepare yourselves. We make our stand now.
Totally cool. Thank you.
He said, I will infuse you with the power of anima surging through your gap. Light forces.
Yeah, that may not be the best thing to do to Knorr. So. Can I flame chop the jailer? Come on. Very cool, Michael. Actually, according to my analytics, there are very few people that watch my videos are actually subbed. So it actually means a lot when people are subbed and watch the videos and join live streams and stuff. Those are the extra special people.
Once found me. Now it is my weapon to wield.
Oh yeah, the fact that it's an Arthas thing.
Resist you to my last, Sobal.
And
Should
that's-
you strike me down,
It says you once bound me, and that's Anduin saying that.
Oh. I thought it was Jay were saying that.
long fight.
Maybe it was the jailer saying it through Anduin, but the actual line says Anduin says you once bound me through domination. One day you'll be the best football player ever. We can probably say the best linebacker in the Netherlands. But ever, I don't know. I have a idea for a TikTok to make. My pronouns are he, not him, because I'll never be, and then show a picture of Luke Kuechly. I'll never be him. Which is true.
Sobal intends for all existence.
Blah, blah, blah.
Covenants must be told of my return.
Exit car gas through the exit door. Optional. Love how he shrinks himself down to get through the portal. I'm like, what in the Willy Wonka is going on here? State of origins adds the following property when used in crafting. Increase an item level of an attached legendary base armor piece by the equivalent of 2 ranks. Huh? Okay. What? All right. That sounds cool.
Well, you actually make legendaries.
Bob.
Oh.
I thought, like, yeah.
You're working on making a legendary.
Oh yeah, a whole legendary. Can I don't even know if I can make legendaries with this guy. It comes through jewel crafting. So weird.
Finally,
Mocha. Turn to the keeper's respite. Yeah, okay. Are you still in your prime in football? Maybe. I don't know what the prime isn't. So yeah, like in prime physical conditioning for playing sports? No, not really. But there's a level of things that the United States thinks that you have to be in your prime, otherwise don't do it at all. It's a be the best or don't try or don't even do it. So it's very weird that, and it kind of puts a lot of weird pressure on guys in semi-pro, because when they start, not being able to give the 125% effort that they used to because they have a job or something, that people are like, oh, well, you just suck. Because, yeah, I'm like, that's not a very healthy way of thinking. Do you like playing video games? Yeah. I mean, I have a PlayStation 5. I play Subnautica and No Man's Sky, and Assassin's Creed, play Star Trek Online, Train Station 2 on my phone, Pokemon Go.
reality at home. Each must remember its purpose and find its future. When this comes to pass, new sigils can be forged. Will be needed
No problem.
so far. Our assault failed. High Lord, send word to your allies in Oribos. They must defend the Arbiter's sigil at all costs.
They fail.
I will call
My
you
lord.
when I am ready.
What?
Fortune favor us all.
Weird. Just wanted to turn in the quest to the Primus.
Speak, mortal. Ah, the law.
Virus eyes will be just terrible. We must secure the area and summon the dead much.
When you want your mission.
I don't want to do that one right now. I just realized, like, why is Kenora not opening up Shut? Because I never went in and got the root cover out. Makes me think of freaking. Every time I do wonderful stuff on Kenora and then I like look at my stuff, I just think of Mortal Kombat. Whoopsies! Whoops! I didn't do one of the basic requirements. Be cool if you made gaming videos as well. I used to, but nobody liked them. So I'm actually, I mean, nobody watches my Subnautica stream anyways. Like one viewer, like I'll get the one viewer that comes in every once in a while, and people are, but nobody really says anything. So I'm like,
And it's not even Mr. Beats
yeah,
because of that meme.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's like nobody watches the weekly Subnautica stream from the PlayStation. So it's sort of like I've tried live streaming Star Trek Online. I've done WoW, and nobody seems very interested. We'll try it out. Subnautica is almost over with because like my last little bit is doing something. To be fair, I think the game doesn't actually end. There's just the end of the story stuff. Because I looked up a walkthrough of Subnautica and it took me all the way up to the explosion of the ship. And they're like, we're just going to wait for more content to release. What? What?
You stand before the assembly.
That maybe the shittiest walkthrough I've ever heard of.
Yeah. Do I do the Path of Ascension? So the Path of Ascension will upgrading that will get everything to level 2, which will give me another anima item from all the world quests.
Yeah.
Even though I don't want to do. Still, nah. Do Iona Skyblade? Oh, you're the go talk to PvP people. Be weird. I mean, like you can go back and watch my stuff on Twitch. Same thing as the channel name, Dashric. Let's go watch my stuff and see if it's even interesting. If it isn't, then you kind of know because hearing stories about my games is a lot more interesting than watching me play them. Because I do a lot of neurotic, nitpicky things like finishing up side quests and stuff. Plus, I don't play a lot of new games. Football, 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 rugby, rugby, rugby. Yep. Can't believe I'm talking to you. Why? Well, I mean, it's pretty easy. You're talking to me. With my ADHD brain, I gotta keep, like I said, I gotta keep something going. It's upon my wings. Shut up, Theo. For you, razor winged Helen. Oh, right, I got those again. You gotta shark my pants. I was literally in his room and I didn't even turn in these memories. Oopsies. I'm done with Nori. You run slow. I have to be in Ghost Wolf to run. Like Raleigh can blink. Raleigh can do the spirit thing. Paresh runs just as fine, you know, while he's stealth. Ratsa charges. But all Kenoru does is dum, 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 dum. That's it. That's all it does. No. I think there's an issue with having a pet here.
Yeah, we're not allowed to have.
Yeah, we're not.
allowed to have dogs.
I
think they said no pets.
Yeah, I think he said no pets, which would be. I think it's just him. Like, if for some reason, if we magically bought this place off the guy, his rule of no pets wouldn't matter. Because the people that lived down and over had big white floof dogs, so they were so floofy. It would most likely be a dog because cats are cute, but not. They're yeah. It sounds awkward to say this, but they're not nearly as. Everyone's like, oh, I just want the cat that'll come up to me and love me and be cute with me, and you're like, that's not all cats. That's a rare few cats that are actually friendly and talk to you and get up in your face. But usually the ones that are getting up in your face and talking to you are also super up in your face and talking to you.
All the time.
All the time. Whereas you can have a dog that wants to lay on you or lay near you pretty easily. Curious cat. My things. Defeat powerful foes in Ardent Wheel, complete 3 world quests in Revendreth. I can do that. I'm literally in Revendreth.
Stoneborn brutes are strong, but their aim is something to be desired.
Why you do him like that? I love how he's just so blunt. General Draven is like super German. Stoneborn brutes are strong, but their aim leaves something to be desired. Okay, so they're fullbacks. Gotcha.
After saying why you do them like that.
Diego's not on this stream. Dinner's here. Even earlier.
Yeah. Not super early though.
At least it's not super late.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was almost square one in the middle. That's okay. I'll still be here for like an hour or so, a couple hours. Yeah, like an yeah. What?
Thanks to your efforts.
Hey, that's why we don't get the garlic bread from these guys. They give us the same bread no matter what. But if we pay the $2.50 or whatever, right, they give us a little packet of garlic butter.
Which I liked. I liked dipping the bread in the butter. That's why I said,
It was refrigerated.
huh?
It wasn't melted, it was refrigerated.
Oh. All right. Hello, Michael. Welcome back.
I shall read.
Sports continue to grow in both strength and number.
Or we get a couple more drinks. Whoa, sliding away, sliding away. What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? You're going to be able to record things at practice? Maybe. Depends. The storm could come in overnight. Morgen. Of course. Light showers all damn day tomorrow. Although the UV index will be moderate, so better put on that SPF 200.
SPF 2 is more like it.
Probably. So, Michael, what position do you play? If you're still here. I kind of zoned out there for a little bit while I did a World Quest I'd never done from the Anima Conduit for Venti. I'm like, I've never done that one before. So I was just like wondering. I remembered at the last minute. Oh yeah, people like it when you ask them questions too. It's actually really cool. People don't volunteer information very well. I'm an anomaly. What position do you play if you play football? You do for your school, right? Yeah. Do you have any idea what position you'd like to play, or where they're gonna put you on the field? I guess, or is this just like totally new. He needs a lot of those. Anywhere between 2 and 5, and then they need backup. So you got a pretty good chance of being a wide receiver. Actually, a bit weirder to be a linebacker because some teams use only 2 linebackers. So you're like, wow, there's 2 plus the, you know. But then again, the opposite position of a wide receiver is defensive back. So it makes sense. Are you starting like this next Monday? Oh, well. Oh. Well, next Saturday, you're going to have to tell me how it all goes. That'll be the next live stream, and you'll already have a couple practices under your belt. It's a little ingenious. He tipped the plastic thing over onto like one of its angled sides, and then he put it in that little crook thing to work as a ramp onto it, but still be a little. It's not a perfect ramp, but I'll be looking forward to it this time next week. Of course, well, you'll be able to watch my videos, like the one, not the one tomorrow, but on Monday morning, I'll have a video from tomorrow's practice. So you can watch that video and get all hyped up about going to your first practice on Monday. If everything goes great, you can just comment on that video. Just in the comments. You don't have to wait. You can always comment on the football videos. Oh, right. You might start after Labor Day because school starts then. I know some schools usually start it out with like something like the week before school, depending on when school starts. But that's the general. I mean, it's understandable that you would have practice after school or whatever. It's really awkward because, like, Willie was saying that sometimes with his youth team, they didn't have practice till like 5 or 6 o'clock at night, which is stupid because that's when the parents will be literally getting off work. You definitely tell me how it goes whenever it happens. Even Willie was saying that it made much more sense to like have a practice like after school and then like do it for 1 or 2 hours and then have like the parents come pick kids up or something. At least where, in Beaverton where he lived, it was definitely white collar area. Everyone was getting off at 5.
The constructs continue to bolster their forces in the Temple of Courage, a criterion in eradicating them.
Did you drink yesterday? That just happens. That's just life. I've banged my toe riding my bike. Sounds stupid. How did you bang your toe while riding your bike? I so the pedals, and when I lean in a direction, I make sure that the one pedal's up so it doesn't drag on the ground and kick the thing up because I lean really sharp. So I moved the pedal up, but then I rested my foot down just in case it got away from me. But then a curb hit my foot, and I was like, "Well, fudge." Like, it sounds crazy, but my team, there were 3 collarbone breaks in 1 year. Mine and Kevin's happened in football practice and a football game. And then one of our offensive linemen was on his bicycle checking the map on how to get somewhere, and like a car ran into him from the backside and like knocked him unconscious for a little while, and he was just laying on the side of the street. It was like, wow, that's pretty scary. But that's how he broke his collarbone. I was like, well, Ascari, the Finnish guy, had to just do it a little bit more weird. But yeah, injuries come, injuries happen. Part of the thing is, you know, believing your injuries. I know that sounds kind of stupid. The Hilversum Hurricane. People find it actually kind of strange here that that's the name of the team. Because I ask who you play for. I'm like, Hilversum Hurricanes. And they're like, oh, the Hilversum team. I'm like, yeah, but it does, but that's, they don't name things here. Only American football do they name things like that. Everything else is just like, you know, BC, you know, football club, Hilversum, football club, Loosdrecht, football club, Amsterdam, or the neighborhood, even if it's like Amstelveen or Watergraafsmeer or some big thing nearby, but they don't have like a mascot or a name or anything. In American football, they do. Everyone's like, why that? Why do you need a mascot? I'm like, it's an American thing. That's what you do. Well, I'm not going to do any dares, but I'll pretty much answer truths. I'm not going to do any dares. Playing WoW and eating dinner. And I'm pretty old. I'm not just. I've been through truth and dare, but you can just ask questions and I'll give you truths. No problem. Doing good, Kazukaki's boy. Do you have a shortened version of that? Like Kazi, Kaze, Blase? I don't know. It was part of the things as to why when I was coming up with like my YouTube name, I wanted something short. Like, I mean, I already knew what I was going to do, but it's sort of like, isn't it Dashric's football channel? No, it's just Dashric. It's a lot easier to remember a really short name. I've had long names before. My main character on WoW has a really long, really hard to spell name. Taz. Okay. We'll just go with like the Tasmanian devil. It never really was, just because of my age and knowing how the NFL recruits into its. The NFL is similar to the American military. They want you, young and dumb. I mean, they want good players, obviously, but they're going to take you out of college. They'll take someone out of college over anyone who just runs out and does an NFL tryout. But and they look at colleges a lot more than they look at. That's why it's so special now that they've struck up the international scouting thing or something like that. And all the players that came up through that program get their own country flag on the back of their helmet or something. I mean, it's nice, but it's still just like, it's super American. But I wish it could be, but at my age is just not really going to happen. Because the best I can really hope for right now would be any higher league in Europe. But that comes with its own problems also. It's currently 7:52 in the evening. I know, Logan. No, I'm not in college. No, I'm not in college. Remember, Logan, I'm from Portland. Like, I know what time it is there, because if I'm gonna message my sister about how the parents are doing, or just want to say, hey Kathy, look, I found a chicken video on TikTok, you need to see it. I'm not gonna message her in the middle of the night. So I'm always like, oh, I gotta wait till like at least 4 in the afternoon before that happens. We met outside a bar during Pride. I was there with a friend, and Erin was there with a friend, and she was not old enough to come in the bar at the time, so my friend and I met them outside. That whole day happened, and we wound up going back to their place, and yeah, that's effectively how that happened. Yeah, Logan, that's Nita Helping Hand's name. His old name was like Logan XX47895, but he changes it from time to time. lives in Middle Oregon. A lot of people want to call it Southern Oregon, but they haven't been to Methford, so. I told you, Logan, there's a lot of people out there with your name. So when you're like, hey, it's me, Logan, I'm like, which one? Well, hello there, Jeff Barry. I was confusing your icon with Oregon Logan. Your name's Logan. Why is your login name Michael Bradshaw? You play scary games? It's World of Warcraft. There's nothing scary about this game. There's nothing scary about it. Oh, you should play scary games, not you do play scary games. Like what games are scary? Apparently Subnautica is terrifying to a lot of people, but it doesn't do that to me. So yeah. Oh, you're using your dad's name. Okay. That makes sense. Cuckoo. But like, just name what you would consider a scary game. Just get stitches. That's what money. I don't want to do that one. Coleman Draxus did that one. Portrait of the Sire. Already turn that one in later. Stop tracking that one. Flight path. Go to the Residence Evil. That's not a scary game.
It's intended to be.
Oh, okay. But it's not scary to me. I've actually watched people play the game, and I'm just like, huh? Like. I mean, there's numerous reasons as to why why things don't scare me. It's because a lot have been there, done that. Actually, oh, the World Boss is also out there. I forgot about that one. What's up, Brody? I mean, there are times during Subnautica that I get nervous, but I'm certainly not like to the point of scaring. I've seen people do playthroughs of Subnautica, and they're just whole screaming when they see weird looking creatures. I'm like, that's like, I've even watched them recently knowing stuff about the games, about Subnautica. I'm like, wow. They're like, oh my God, this is such a scary creature. I'm like, that thing is probably the most passive thing in the game. It's only got one eye. Technically, there's an eye on the other side. It's a double-sided eyeball. Apparently, my uncanny valley not existing is probably a thing that allows me to not be scary. Finding strange-looking creatures. Thank you, Brody. More than twice a week? Plus whatever people talk about on the live stream? Let alone coming up the game day vlogs? I mean, there's a lot of stuff already on the channel as is. There's like 12 videos in the YouTube. There's like 11 videos in Football 101, 35 videos in various uniform gear and suit up videos, 19 in football skills, 9 videos for the year of 2020. That's the recap. Gonna be like the highlights of the video. And then like the next season after that, starting in like September 2019, all the way. Yeah. Why do we have 2 of those? Did I create a whole? Oh no. Oh, okay. Never mind. Derp. I see why those are 2. I just named them the same thing. So yeah, and then there's like the linebacker video, all about linebackers, which has 12 videos in it. So there's a lot of content already on the channel. It's 1 p.m. right now. I'm in Oklahoma. Whoa, whoa. Is that where the wind blows in? I don't even know if that's part of the song.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I completely like. Here's the thing: people are like, "Oh my God, you're gay. You should really be into musicals." I was like, "Homeboy, I got Oklahoma and Carousel confused because they're all from the old timey." To me, they were from the old timey times. I'm like, could you not? Kathy and Mom are like, they're nothing alike. I'm like, yeah, well, they seem like they're the same thing to me. I'm a boy too. And Arkansas Logan is in Arkansas. Now I have a name for that. Or I have a distinguishing mark for that. So we have Oregon Logan and Arkansas Oregon. What are y'all doing up there? No, I'm not in college. I just live here in the Netherlands. I don't go to school here. Yeah, well, cheaper if I did. Even if I did. Justin Bethel is my cousin. You have a TikTok account? Yeah, I have. Just look up the channel name Dashric. I do a lot to try to get all the same names if you want to see my TikToks. They are random and I do cater a lot to try to get the Dutch to see them and the Dutch to like them. So you may not understand a lot of the words I say because I will say things in Dutch. Right now, TikTok's busy updating for my notifications because sometimes the Dutch find a video of mine and they go crazy. The Americans have been recently really pissed off at me, so that video can go crazy. Yep, 27 notifications, hopefully. Thank you, Tisha. Tishia. That brought back a World of Warcraft Legion memory. The person was like, "Fear the wrath of Teshuvah." Attacking Valfir. Yay! Whoosh. That is my TikTok. So if you guys look at the channel name, Dashric, and you see that picture of me in my blue Hurricanes uniform, that's me. In like a very momentary bit, I can go through and follow a lot of you. Just give me your name, but I'm like I said, I'm kind of in the middle of a really intense quest on World of Warcraft right now. I'm not really at a pausing point. I will. Just give me like 5 minutes. I gotta, like I said, I kind of diverted from what my group was doing to run off and go do something very by myself. So now I'm trying to get back to my group and help them. I mean, sponge off them. I mean, yes. You guys have like content on your TikToks?
Someday this world will be bright and joyful once again.
Shift. Vanish out of that one. So I see a Spartan chef that has a picture of what looks to be a dog. No, yes, well, it's a dog, but it has a piece of bread and googly eyes on its face. All right, I'm back at my safe point. What do we got going on here? You kind of cringe. Just wait till you see some of mine. Some of them are super cringe. But that's the thing. Being one of those, what I think they're being called exennials right now, we don't really care. We're making cringe TikToks because they bring us happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've made my own, like today's is pretty cringe. Half the time I'm just like in the middle of the day Just like, hey, let's make a video. And I'm lying on my bed with like no shirt on. I just stitch something or do edit. Did you see my one about the Doc Ock hashtag?
Yeah.
I thought about like duetting my own thing and putting a green screen on me and just like at the very end moving my head away and it's just Ducat going like, Gul Ducat. You quit football for basketball? You felt so much better at basketball than football? What? What? No. The only time you should quit basketball for football is when you hit an Oklahoma drill and you just went, nope, nope, no, 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 no. Tyrann Matthew? Nice. You're on Tyrann. The Dutch language is gonna get me. It's just gonna get me. I'm looking at things and I'm pronouncing them between two languages. I'm starting to have that bilingual problem. What language do I pronounce this in? What Tyrann, Tyrannus. I play for the Hilversum Hurricanes. Oh, Tony Garcia. Sorry. Who aggroed Ramon on ice cream? I guess I'm not going to do it again, but. Oh, it was a horde group. I'm not doing it. I feel like the Cerritos. What? I'm taking a wild guess that you went to these games and they came up and saw you on the sidelines, or you saw them as they were going into the locker rooms. Meeting that many NFL stars is certainly a feat of strength. Your entire childhood is basketball. I mean, as long as you're playing a sport, really. As long as you're staying active. We spent way too much time the last year and a half just sitting around not doing anything. Couldn't really go outside because it was either winter or we had the coughing problem or just Lord knows what. Nobody, you weren't going to school, you weren't, the worst you probably walked around was like to the bathroom and back, which is nothing while you were at school rather than walking around or going out to a recess or anything. You've just met everybody. I kind of want to freak out my friend next time to me. So can you say my name is Armin? Armin? Like Armin Shimmerman? Quark? Mine, October 3rd. I'm pronouncing no Swedish. Fuck that. No. Are you one of those world or USA travelers? You go around to NFL games and meet athletes? That's quite cool. I mean, your name, Armin, is Arbeen. It's just. How'd you meet all these NFL players? Danish, Swedish, it's a Nordic language. Meh. Sometimes I forget which has the null set symbol or whatnot. I'm like, I was like, is that Danish? It's certainly not Swedish and certainly not Norwegian because they did away with that. But I know that like Swedish sometimes throws it in there, or when the Swedish are talking about something Danish, I'm just We watch enough with the the I think she is Swedish herself on TikTok, where she does the naming things of the Swedish countries. Like I'm looking at that. You know, and I'm just like, okay. I still knew that it was a Nordic language, mainly because of the null set symbol, but you know. That's just, I would have known that even before I moved here because I was harping on people for using that in their names on World of Warcraft. But yeah, see, the thing is, when I looked at that, I was like, I know it's a thing, but most, at least Danish and a little bit of Swedish, the more I learn Dutch, actually, the more I'm actually starting to kind of not be completely clueless when they talk. It's not mutually intelligible, but I'm not completely lost anymore. So I'm looking at what you said, and I don't know the last part, but the first part looks like a very bastardized form of saying that remains fact. I believe in fate. You know, that's in Dutch it would be dat blijven vet. You know, so if I wanted it to be super Danish, I could probably affect some sort of Minnesota accent. Dat blijven vet. Like that. And so that might work. Panthers is my favorite NFL team. Again, Michael Branchner, October 3rd is my next game. So October 4th will be the game day vlog. Je verlaten de coma. In per hemeligheid. Je Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if I'm liking Aaron Rodgers. Are you answering things so delayed? I was momentarily looking at something on WoW, and I alt-tabbed back, and the whole chat scrolled by, like about 6 lines. So that's about why. Why am I answering delayed? Because I really wasn't looking at the screen. I was talking about Danish and stuff. Sonia's going through here and going through NFL rosters and saying that she has met them. Yes, Michael, I can hear you. You are right there. Logan, Logan, Logan. I've told you, the game is on October 3rd. Huh. I can hear him. I've entered it 3 times.
When you can see him, you can't hear him.
Here, see, it's roughly the same thing on the internet for most people. If my internet connection is delayed, it's somewhere in the United States, not here, because I've still got 99 and 110 on WoW, which is like every other day I play WoW. Knock my bottle over. No need to apologize. Sometimes, messages don't get through, but I'm like, blah, blah. Sometimes I talk too fast. Sometimes I say the wrong month. I don't say October, I say October. And that doesn't sound like an English month. That's how the Dutch say it. A lot of Americans aren't really used to code switching like that, so. No, what I'm saying is when I read that, when I read Danish, as I would translate it into Dutch, FEDT would come across as FETT, fet, as in fat. Like I said, it's not a mutually intelligible language, but it's not completely, like the fact that the word bleifen comes across as bleifen for me, which is remain or stay. Probably means a lot. Dat versus dot could be roughly the same thing if their word for that. And probably messed up the word FEDT. And looking at that more, I see PROV would be like proof. So try at Uttala. I don't know what Uttala would be, but taal in Dutch is language, or speaking a language versus speaking words. Eller overzette data. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. Let me run that through the translator. Copy, translate, detect language, the detected Danish. It gets fat. Try to pronounce this or translate this. Okay, it's not, I didn't quite get what it said, but I wasn't far off. Armin, I'm chill. I'm not. I like talking about other languages. Why did I just kidney shot a fucking rock? I'm gonna kidney shot a rock so it doesn't attack me back. To be fair, I'm also giving this thing bleed effects too. It's whatever. No, I'm not getting pressed. I can get Americans pressed on TikTok. I am not pressed right now. We met Patrick on Holmes. It was awesome. So, how are you meeting all these people? My question. Like, are you going to NFL games in your hometown, or she said you aren't traveling around to go meet them? So they must be having away games or home games where you live. So is that how it's happening? I'm just trying to figure things out. Oh, so we're having a dueling keyboard problem here. It's my least favorite game, Final Fantasy VII. I vehemently hate that game. I will give a Call of Duty a better score than I would Final Fantasy VII. And I really dislike first-person shooters. Yes, I actually have played Madden. But when I moved here, I did not bring them with me because I don't actually like playing them, because it's a very awkward way to ingest football. Call it that way, as in like getting information into you is ingesting information. I would much rather watch an actual football game on television or live and watch people hit rather than know how bad games get it. If I wanted to learn strategies on how to play the game better, I would just go to practice. And I would watch how-to guides rather than read an NFL playbook. Home games, okay. So what's the team near you? That was the thing, is like I played a bit of Madden, and everyone's like, "Oh, why did you stop playing Madden?" I was like, "Because I wasn't playing football." They're like, "Yeah, you were." I'm like, "No, I was playing a quarterback and making on-the-fly decisions." Well, that's the cool part of the game. So why aren't you a quarterback? I can't throw. So why do you play Madden? Because I like playing quarterback. Like, it seems like, well, you can play other positions. It just, I'm going to spend my time playing a video game. It's going to be one where I can do the things I want to do. And I can't really be a good linebacker in Madden. I mean, it's possible. There are rich people in the world that can get front row seats to every home NFL game they have. And if the players are coming by in a certain area on the way to the locker room, then sure, they certainly can meet the players. And even if they just like hold their hand out while this person goes by and gives this like half-handed thing, that can count as meeting the person. I mean, I never met Barbara Roberts, but I saw her in person one time at the Oregon State Capitol. She was a governor, by the way. of Oregon, but I never met her. I just watched some speech I didn't understand in the 5th grade. Your first games tomorrow, do you have any tips? Have fun. What position are you in? And give better tips based on position. Because with football, I'm getting a Snapchat? Oh boy. That's a dangerous prospect. Keep forgetting I have that damn app. Nose tackle. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Know your gap. Pancake somebody. Get all the pancakes. Eat so many pancakes. Grab that center, grab that guard, throw them on their back, tackle the quarterback. Make quarterback pancakes. Just all of that. Quarterback pancakes, lineman pancakes, all the time. Oh, you snapped me. Okay. I just saw my Snapchat thing come up. You see my setup? Huh? Must be old. What setup? What stadium did you meet all these players in? Bernie Sanders started a live video. Youth Football Network started a live video. Train station. Alejandro is live. 18 degrees tomorrow in Amsterdam. Oh, it's not bad. I'm never going to find out where you met all these players, am I? No matter how many questions how many times I ask the question, it's just not going to be just be like, I met insert player name. I met insert player name. Where? I met insert player name. Fun times. But yeah, Armin, what do you mean by you want to see my setup? Like, I've done stuff about my football gear. That's what you mean. Or bread. This is bread. This is spaghetti. Now that I'm done on my rogue, I'm actually going to hunker down and actually eat. There. It's nothing. I'm not I'm not one of those gamers that needs LGBT lights. Like, maybe if it's dark enough, you might see a light glow out of the inside of my computer because the fan on the CPU has a light on it, but that's it. Kansas City Chiefs Stadium. Okay. Yes, Armin, that's what I've been doing for the last 3 hours. What game are you playing? World of Warcraft. What game are you playing? World of Warcraft. Do you like to play video games? Yes. So, oh my God, you're playing WoW. Yes. What do you think of it? What? I'm going to eat my dinner. I'm going to check to see if there's any Pokemon raids nearby. Oh, I have to fully reload Pokemon. So yeah, if you went to the Kansas City home game, I completely understand how you met like all those people. So many people, you know, the Kansas City Chiefs are a really good team and people go and play them a lot. Plus, that's, you know, their little baby quarterback is Patrick Mahomes, so it's understandable that you probably got to meet him. You must have some incredibly rich families to get that close and meet all these players. You've met so many different players. You've got to be rich just to be that close to the stand, to the game, to the field so much, or you get private viewings with them, which is again super rich. Because I know people that I played football with in Portland that went to every Seattle Seahawks home game, and they never met any of the Seattle Seahawks, let alone the away team. So they're like, "Oh, I'm just not rich enough to, you know, afford to meet players like that." So where did you meet Juju Smith-Schuster? Like at the Kansas City game? Yes, Armin, you can use the chat. You don't have to Snapchat me. It kind of gets in the way of me doing things on Pokemon. Because I have to switch apps and I'm in the middle of like trying to get into a raid group. But the Steelers didn't play the Chiefs yesterday. They played the Panthers. I know it's faster to snap, but that's the thing is it's like it's diverting my attention. I'm trying to eat and pay attention to other people in this thing and do Pokemon and switch over to the app. I may be ADD, but it's not great when I got someone who can talk to me in one chat, not and is choosing to do a different way. I'm like, ah. You want to talk about WoW? Let's talk about WoW. We could have talked about WoW the last 3 hours. Well, 2.5. That's what I've been doing. I was literally logged in. But Armin, it's also the thing, not everything needs to be lightning fast. Yes, there's a delay over YouTube. There's going to be a lot of delays in your life for a lot of things. So I'm trying to do a raid on Pokemon. Because Juju Smith-Schuster plays for the Steelers, and the Steelers' schedule doesn't have them playing the Chiefs December 26th. But so far they played the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Lions, and the Panthers. And then on September 12th, they'll play the Bills for game 1, it looks like. But if Juju Smith-Schuster was in Kansas City at a game, then he wasn't playing in the game for the NFL for the Steelers. You met Ben Roethlisberger, the quarterback for the Steelers, which were playing a game yesterday against the Panthers. What was your least favorite football game? Would have to be the first. Oh, that was 2019. But yeah, I thought I'm getting your time schedules all mixed up. Was my least favorite football game to play or to watch? That's kind of a. They're different things. To play in, it had to have been the Memorial Day weekend Raiders game. Because of that game is the last time I ever got to play football with Willie. And then, yeah. And then for an NFL game, or at least one that I watched, would have to have been probably my first Super Bowl to watch ever, was when the Broncos were going against the Seahawks, and there was that just a horrible, terrible fumble of a snap right at the beginning of the game by Manning, and it just like the game went downhill from there to the point where I was convinced that Manning was paid to lose the game so that the Seahawks would win because I hate the Seahawks. But I'm still wondering how you met Juju Smith-Schuster. Because it says here, 8:36, Sonia Garcia, I met Juju Smith-Schuster yesterday. And I'm, I'm just going to automatically assume at this point that you have met every single NFL player who has ever played in the NFL for the last 40 years. You are so rich to have met all these players. Oh my God. I have no idea because I don't plan that far ahead. And if it happened overnight, weird, I wouldn't know what to do. I do not know about 1 million subs. I honestly never really thought I'd pass 10,000. But, you know, people see one suit up video, they hit sub, and then never watch another video again. So that's how that much happened. But the thing is, like, I don't know if I had 1 million. Like right now, I don't even. I'd be kind of amazed if I hit 25K. I mean, if you just figured it out now. Well, some people get clout somewhere or another. Means a lot to them. Run across a lot of people in my life that do that exact same thing. Met people on WoW that do that. Oh, I was in such and such guild. Oh, I killed this boss. Oh, I killed that boss. I'm like, yeah, so okay, whatever. Show me your achievements. Well, I don't really have them. They got wiped. They don't get wiped. Been there, done that. I'm 40. Okay, I've met a lot of people. Especially a lot of people that have inferiority complex issues and need to prop themselves up. Like, I've had people in comments on YouTube tell me how many tackles I got in one season. I'm like, really? You got that many QB sacks in one season? Like, yeah, man, I'm a beast on the field. I was like, and yet no NFL player got that many QB sacks this year. Well, I'm better than any NFL player. You're 12. You know. Homeboys over there playing basically what I call PopCap games.
Yeah, 3D Tetris.
You do that. I'm going to be stopping the stream here in like 10 minutes or probably even now just for the hell of it. Because I got to eat and all that jazz. Get ready for football practice tomorrow. I'll give it another 10 minutes. There's not much happening. Just getting a rundown of NFL players. And eating pasta. None. Because I've never been to an NFL game. I've never cared to go near the Seattle Seahawks Stadium, and I'm not rich enough to go to any other stadium that far from Portland. Let alone do I even have the money to be able to go into the stadium and buy a ticket for the game. So I've met no NFL players. Well, I might be able to send you a video of me practicing football. Totally cool. You know, if you have a video of it, you can always put it on TikTok. They'll be quite popular. You could get a lot of likes. You may be able to go pseudo viral. My football videos aren't kind of going viral because TikTok likes to go locally. People here don't know much about the sport. If I was uploading from the United States and had regionality in the United States, my football videos would probably go crazy. But none of my US friends on TikTok are interested in my football videos and share them to their friends. So they do not get splashed over there to see in that market. Yes, Sonia, it is very expensive to go to a football game. Also, bananas cost $10. Fine. I got like 5 minutes. Bye. Refreshing. Sloughing the doer. Anyways, no viewers. All right. That's give it 30 seconds of 0 viewers.